Hello, welcome back. Long time no see on this YouTube channel. I know I have not been here in a little while, and there's been a number of reasons for that. If you look at my last videos, you'll kind of understand why I was having a few problems with YouTube, and some of them have been sorted out and some of them haven't. But for now anyway, I'm going to continue putting up some vlogs and some videos here and there, and so hopefully you will enjoy them. Yesterday I went to Bloom and I have videoed the entire day, so I thought I would bring you along. So this is Bord Bia's Bloom, and it is one of my favourite festivals in Ireland. It's a combination of garden and food, and we are first going into the show gardens. If you haven't heard of Bloom before, the show gardens are very like the Chelsea flower show over in England. A lot of the gardens have been put forward by charities and organisations and even big companies, and there even was members of the public entering a competition to try and get their garden in as well, and the gardens then can win gold, silver and bronze awards. This garden in particular was one of my favourite, and it featured sea holly, which was actually one of the flowers that was in my wedding bouquet, and I even have a tattoo of one on my arm. So this was one of my favourites. I just love how fluffy and colourful the garden is. And then I also thought this sunroom was such a great idea because it would be so helpful to have this space throughout the year. In Ireland we often have windier days even if they are sunny, and this costs 17 grand even installed and everything, which is great if you have that budget.
And then at the very end we're going to finish it with a little bit of whiskey.
Oh, will I get this on?
So yeah, so we'll put the now when you caramelise in sugar, you do not want to stir it. You don't want to get any of those sugar grains on the outside of the bowl.
You don't stir it?
No, you don't stir it, because if you do, the sugar can burn on the outside.
Okay.
So I'm going to add, that's about 90 ml of water. I'm going to add that to the sugar.
Has anyone here made their own caramel before? Yeah? Did you stir it? No.
No.
You know the score.
You know, this exactly. It's really tempting to. How good do they look?
Hold it up there for the camera.
These are with Temple Gold cheddar, roasted red onions, thyme and a really good quality Irish ham.
Another great thing is each of the gardens is usually following a theme, and so some of the gardens are for smaller cottage gardens and some of the gardens are centred around children, some of the gardens are for apartments, and so it's just a really great way to get some ideas for your own garden, and you can really look at similar sized spaces and decide what you want to put in your own garden. As I mentioned earlier, there was a competition from members of the public to enter Bloom, and this garden in particular was one that won. And I was really glad I got to see this garden because unfortunately the creator of this garden passed away 2 days after Bloom, and I'm really glad I got to see his work because it was absolutely stunning. We even came across this garden which had some very interesting characters outside it, which you may recognise. It was very cool to see a couple of minions in Bloom.
Basic gettings bright. We used to dance the night away, hang out the whole next day, laughing.
After visiting the gardens, we went to the Pit Bros and grabbed some burger and chips, and they were absolutely delicious. I got pulled pork. And then we went into the craft village, which was quite busy. I've just got a few clips from here because honestly it was packed and it was cool to see, but we didn't spend too long in here because it was very warm. Then after the craft tent, we went outside and there was stalls there where you could buy plants from different garden centres around the country. And we just had a little look. It was very pretty. then we visited the Eat Well Gardens with lots of inspiration for vegetable patches, and I just thought it was so cool to see how they grew things in different ways than I normally would. Like these strawberries in grow bags, I just thought that was such an interesting idea. And then we visited one of my favourite places, the food hall, and it was packed, but I was so happy to go around and visit all of my favourite suppliers and purchase some of our favourite pieces as well. And I always just love meeting the business owners themselves and hearing more about what they do and how they do it. The food hall is also full of free samples, and who doesn't like a free sample? And then we popped into the quality kitchen to check out Chef Catherine Fulvio's demonstration.
So I'm putting honey in as well. So the miso and the honey work really nice together. And I have garlic in there as well. And we just got to cook that up. And we get the temperature on that now. And we bring that to the boil. And then we just blend that. And then I made, these were just puff pastry with a little bit of sweet chilli sauce on them.
And then finally we finished off the day in the drinks tent, went around and checked out some of the producers, some lovely small breweries, and I grabbed myself a non-alcoholic cocktail just to cool myself down, and this was absolutely the cherry on top to a lovely day. And then it was back in the car for the long drive home, but it was just such a lovely day out. So that was my day in Bloom, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you've been up to so far this year. I would love to get caught up on all of your news. I hope you're doing really well, and I will chat to you again really soon. Thanks for watching.